Good morning, guys. Happy hump day. Another Wednesday. It is 8:25, I think, 26. So I got like 2 minutes to talk to you guys. I just wanted to say good morning and thank you guys for being so patient with me and for understanding that state I was in. I'm feeling a whole lot better today. I'm so grateful to God for that. On my first break today, I'm going to read you guys. I was telling you about the story that I wrote a long time ago. See, it's even on paper, so I wrote this September 4th, 1997. So I'm gonna read what I do have, and I don't know if we'll ever be able to find the rest of it. I'm praying that we do, but it's gonna take a lot of time for me to create the gut part of the story and the ending. All I have is the first part of it, which is nothing, but I'm gonna read it to you guys anyway and hope that you enjoy it. And then on my lunch break, I'll read some of the poems that I did. In the meantime, you guys have a wonderful and amazing morning and treat people the way you would expect to be treated. Talk to you later. Hey guys, good afternoon. It is Wednesday, June 8th. I'm on my lunch break. It started at 12:45 until 1:15. I was going to read you guys my story, but I'm so sleepy. Phones are ringing like crazy. I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and take a nap. And then when I get home this evening, I'll read you guys my story then. Okay? I have about 3 videos I need to upload. 2 of them will be the graduation. I'm gonna mute all the sound and just play music while you guys view the pictures and everything. I would probably only play the choir that was singing at the graduation. They sung the I'm so tired. They sung the anthem, which was beautiful, guys. You'll probably have already seen that by the time you see this video. But I hope you enjoy it nonetheless. But yeah, when I get off, I will head toward donation. I will go and donate. And then when I get back, let's see, when I leave donation, I do have to stop at the store, get whipped cream and creamer for coffee. And that's it. Oh, and dishwashing liquid, a must. And then I'm going to come back and then I'll get all of those videos out. And the video for today, which will include my story later. I'll get all of that up and out for you guys. And then I'll take a bath and hit the hay. I am so sleepy right now. So I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful June 8th afternoon. And remember to treat people the way you would expect to be treated. Talk to you guys later. Bye now. Hey guys, it's 2:51. I'm going on my 2:45 break. Had a last minute call, so just now leaving. Oh, I'm trying to get comfortable. These phones are ringing crazy back to back. I wanted to get started reading. First of all, good afternoon, late afternoon. I hope you guys are doing well and have done well so far. So I'm going to go ahead and read page 1 of the story that I wrote back in September of 1997, September 4th. And of course, it was a lot, but the pages are missing. There was complete silence on Huron Street as the rain rushed from the sky. It was dark because the power was going, and some of the street lights shut down. Many families gathered in their living room, watching television and playing table games, enjoying the sound of the rain. An older lady with a mental condition was Miss An older lady with a mental condition named Miss Johnson decided to walk to the store, unaware of how bad the weather had become. As she tiptoed down the dark and wet street, she didn't realize there was a shadow over her. She did feel strange and somewhat afraid as she turned the corner and started down the alley. Miss Johnson tried to hurry, but her weak legs wouldn't go any faster. Just then, Miss Jansen was lifted from the ground. As she slowly rose, blood ran from her chest down her legs. Miss Jansen did not have time to scream or feel pain. Hanging from a tree branch, her death came quickly. Meanwhile, just around the corner on Ohio, a young man named Mike was on his way to the store to pick up some batteries in case of a complete power outage. His wife sat at home with their 3-month-old son and his mother, patiently waiting for Mike's return. Mike assured his wife and mother he would return shortly, so he ran. Mike felt strange. So he ran. Mike felt a strange presence as he. Sorry, y'all. Just my second time trying to read this. Okay, Mike felt a strange presence as if someone was following him. But every time he turned around, there was no one there. So Mike figured it was his imagination and kept running. As Mike neared the alley, he slipped and fell. After sitting dazed for a few seconds, he stood up, brushing himself off. Himself off. Mike noticed there was blood on his hands, but he could not see or feel any cuts or open wounds. Trying to figure out where the blood was coming from, Mike felt something thick. While trying to figure out where the blood was coming from, Mike felt something thick fall on his face, so he looked up. There, hanging on a tree branch, was a body dripping blood. Mike started to run when he felt a powerful jolt in his chest. With a look of pain in his eyes, Mike fell to the ground. Back home, Janet, Mike's wife, began to get nervous. Mike should have been back by now. What's taking him so long? His mother, Ruby, was just as nervous, but tried to be strong for Janet. Oh well, he'll be all right. Give me little Mike. I'll take him upstairs and lay him down. As Ruby lay little Mike in his crib, she looked up in prayer. Lord, please let my boy be all right. On her way downstairs, she heard Janet talking. Assuming Janet was talking to Mike, Ruby hurried down the stairs. See, Janet, I told you he would be fine. But as Ruby entered the living room, Janet was hanging up the phone. Who were you talking to? The police. Mike has been gone too long, and they can't do anything until he's been gone for 48 hours. I'm going to look for him. No, Janet, let's just wait. Mike wouldn't want you out there. He's probably in a long line. We aren't the only ones who need batteries. Janet sat down more worried than ever, but she didn't want to upset her mother-in-law. 2 houses down, Mr. and Mrs. Green lay sleeping in their bed. Miss Green was waking up by a loud noise. She looked over at Mr. Green and decided not to wake him. Miss Green slipped on her house shoes and started for the stairs. When she got to the bottom of the stairs, she could see that the shutters on the dining room windows were flopping. Oh dear. As she closed the shutters, Miss Green started to head back toward the stairs when she felt as if someone was behind her. As she turned to investigate, she was swiftly lifted from her feet. The next morning, Mr. Green noticed his wife was not in bed, was not next to him. Mr. Green found this strange, seeing as how, for the last 3 years, he's been the first one up and out of the bed. Mother, he called, as he rose from the bed. Mother? Mr. Green got up, slipped on his slippers, and started down the stairs. Mother, you're up pretty early today. Did you sleep well? There was no answer. Mr. Green went into the kitchen and still no Mrs. Green. Mother, where are you? Maybe she's in the yard. Mr. Green started toward the front door, when he noticed that the dining room lights were flicking. As he headed toward the dining room, he could see that there was something dripping on the carpet. Mr. Green looked down at the carpet, unable to figure out what was dripping. He looked up. There hung Mrs. Green from the chandelier. Meanwhile, Janet and her mother-in-law were awakened by a knock at the door. Janet jumped. It's Mike, as she ran to answer the door. She screamed. Ruby ran to the front hall. What's going on? There were several police officers standing in the doorway. One of them was holding a black wallet with the name Mike Davidson on it. Oh God, no. Oh God, no, my boy. Where is he? Is he all right? The youngest officer hesitated before answering. Ma'am, we need you to come down to the station with us to identify the body. Oh God. Oh God, Janet could hardly stand as the officers escorted Janet and her mother-in-law, who was carrying the baby, to the car. They noticed an old man running toward them. Mr. Green, Ruby wondered as the man came closer. Help me, somebody help me, please, Mr. Green was... What's wrong? It's Ola, trying to catch his breath. It's Ola, somebody please help her. And that's it. There's 2 more pages, guys, but I gotta get back to work. I'll finish those later. I hope you like what I read so far. Guys, okay, so I forgot to close off yesterday's video with the rest of that story. So I'm going to try to read that quickly. It is 7:50. So I'm going to start logging into my apps and everything at 8:10. Okay, so I'm going to finish reading it. Okay, so left off yesterday with Mr. Green running down the street screaming about Ola. Okay, so he says, help me, somebody help me, please. Mr. Green, what's wrong? It's Ola, trying to catch his breath. It's Ola. Somebody please help her. 2 of the police officers, Dan and Joe, ran toward the house. When they entered, one officer went upstairs and the other officer searched the downstairs. The youngest officer, Joe, came back down the stairs to see Dan leaning against the wall. Dan, what's up? Looking up, oh my God, Joe fell back as he saw Miss Green's body hanging from the chandelier. I've never in all my years as a cop, said Dan, seen anything like what I've seen today. Down at the police station, there was complete confusion about the morning's discoveries. There were calls coming in all morning about murder victims. What the hell is going on? I've got over 50 people dead, all of whom were alive yesterday morning. The chief of police was angry with fear. What did the report say? Well, whoever's doing this must be on acid or something. I mean, how the hell did they manage to get Miss Jensen in that tree and Miss Green on the chandelier? And Mike Davidson has a hole in his back clean through his chest, and there's not a trace of gunpowder anywhere. What are you saying? I'm saying there's no evidence. There's nothing to show if he was out. There's nothing to show if he was cut or how. It's as if he was hit in the back and the blow went straight through, leaving a clean hole. What about the others? Same thing. Every call was either someone hanging from a chandelier or had a hole in them bigger than your fist and mine put together. That's it, y'all. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. And I remember that there's so much more, and that story gets so much better, but I just can't remember what all I wrote. I wish I could. Oh my God. Anyway, pray y'all that I can find the rest of that story, that it's on this disc. Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. And if not, that's okay. maybe I can rewrite it better. I don't know how that's possible, but with God, anything's possible, right? Anyway, you guys have a great rest of the day, and I will talk to you later. This will end this video. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye now. You were a summer and after